everyone. Welcome to the Fishing Guide Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Wiegmann. And you know what? The gang is back in town. That's right. We got the Crappie Boys back. Hardcore Crappie Fishing. They're here, and they're here to talk about trolling motors because we have experience from installing, destalling, which is a story in itself. And then someone just takes care of his gear. He's very respectful to it.
Yeah.
Kinda. There we go. Minn Kota trolling motors. So we'll start with you because you have a good story. Why do you have a new trolling motor?
Oh, well, I think it's about a year ago. I ran into a floating log, and that sucker flipped up and hit the front of my boat, and basically knocked the whole trolling motor off almost.
And you had a Tarova at that time.
Yeah, I had a Tarova. It, I think it was held on by one bolt when we got done taking it on.
Exactly.
But it just basically took the whole prop end of it, the motor part in, and just bent it. And, I think I tried to run it, try to straighten up and run it. I was like, this thing ain't running. It's like, but yeah, Greg, I got to get a new trolling motor. Who can I call? So we got it. We got one turned over in a week and been fishing out of that one ever since. So,
pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Right. It's a Minn Kota. It's an Ultrex. I had a Tarova before, and I think that Tarova was like their first generation Tarova that they made.
Wow.
I think like in 2016. I bought it used from a fellow fisherman here locally, but I've had it for the whole time until last year. But I think it was like a 2016 or something like that. Their first made of that model.
Right.
But yeah.
That's why you have that.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I would probably, I don't know if I'd be fishing with it anymore. I probably would have got an Ultrex eventually. Mm-hmm. But it just kind of worked out that I kind of.
You're still using the small remote, right?
Yeah, I still use the micro remote. I didn't know that one did it until I got into the crank and stuff. And so, well, you can say, I'm like asking them, like, can I set my speed and for trolling cranks? And they're like, you can't do that. I'm like, no, not with the remote I have. Well, you need this remote. So I'm like, it's something else.
Something else. That's right.
So, yeah, that's how I got out of mine and got my new one. So,
and Payton, you have basically kind of a new boat, and so you put new Minn Kota on too. Everyone's got a Minn Kota trolling motor.
I have Ultrex, yeah.
I have Ultrex.
I don't have
the
Ultrex.
Quest.
I won't use nothing else. I've been in boats with other ones, and I'm like, this is junk. Because I'm so used to it. They're so reliable. The assist in it, the direction heading, north heading. I mean, especially if you're doing crankbaits. I mean, just hit that north heading, go back. Mm-hmm. I remember back in the day when I had the other trolling motors, that you let off of, and that the boat go take a left.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I remember when you had that Bass Cat.
Yeah, I mean that's
was
what
it.
Was
Was it blue Bass Cat?
No, it was that was the black. And then I had the
black
skier
one?
before that.
Yeah.
But I had the Minn Kota Maximum, which were good. They were good trolling motors, but you had to keep your foot on it.
Yeah,
right.
You let go of it, take a left.
Was that because it was a cable steer?
Yeah,
so that's what I had when I first started pulling cranks was a cable steer. I had to keep I learned that pretty quick. I can't take my foot off of this.
When people ask me, that's all I tell them is Ultrex. So I said, if you want to do, especially live scoping, I said, that's the best.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
Greg, you got a new boat?
Yeah,
so
I
recently?
got a new boat, and actually, my previous boat, I had the Garmin Force.
Right.
And, it's a good tow motor, but I went to put one on this boat, and we couldn't get them yet. That's when they come out with the new Force Pro.
Right.
And I was going to have to wait a month and a half to get one, and I need to get the boat on water, so I purchased the Minn Kota Quest, the new one. And, man, you talk about a beast of a trolling motor. It's and for those that don't realize or don't know, the Quest, the shaft's bigger around, but it's not round. It's flat on three sides. So if you are putting your live scope on your trolling motor, there's only a couple companies out there that's making a bracket that will fit that, that will hold that, because of the size and the flat. And that's
Fish Obsessed.
And I think Cornfield Crappie Gear is now making one.
Right?
But
I don't know what they are.
not positive about Cornfield, but Fish Obsessed is
'cause
the main one that's making.
Yep.
And their bracket is really a good bracket.
That
for
was
you.
done on purpose, so right? That new bigger shaft,
I think so. The troll motor is
or just to make it stronger.
Or
both?
No, it's stronger, but also it's heavier. The troll motor is probably altogether. I think it's rated at 200 more pounds than
I think so.
than
It
what
has-
y'all have.
I know when we put it on, I was like, "Oh my
But
gosh,
it's
that thing's huge."
It has
Where-
2 lift assists.
Well,
Yeah.
you all have
Yeah,
one lift assist
Yeah.
cylinder. This one has a double lift
Yeah.
assist. But another feature I like really well about it, and my Garmin was that way, so I was already used to it, is the fact that when you deploy your trolling motor and then you come in and stow it back up, it will automatically turn to the side that you have your prop. So you don't have to.
Oh yeah, that's
You don't
cool.
have to put your foot on the deal and make sure you're not going to hit your
I still have to do
transducer.
that.
I still have to do that.
You
Oh,
can
you
just,
do?
You
I
can
still
just
have to do
pull on
that.
that dude up
Yeah.
and bring it down, and it just automatically turns.
Turns.
And
So, and they have one boat network. So
One
you
boat
take your
network.
phone and then you sync it you pair it into your unit, and then you tell it if it's straight or not. And then once it's straight, you tell it to start either starboard or port, and it does it automatically. So it knows. And then when you're going, once you have your one boat network, once you have it paired,
the only other way you
and
can
the
set it would
Ethernet-
be have that.
Yeah. The Ethernet, once you have Ethernet and you start working between like the Humminbird Explorer and that trolling motor, it does phenomenal stuff. It can run contours, it can do all kinds of crazy stuff.
See, I don't have the Humminbird,
So-
but I have.
Yeah.
I got all Garmin, but
I do have the new Fish
Explorer.
Obsessed
oh yeah,
mount.
yeah.
And so I know it works really good. Plus, you can check that out on my YouTube channel, Brad Wiegmann, because I just released the video for that on Monday.
The
And so it talks about
Obsessed,
install.
The thing I like about the Obsessed is you can, if you, I run mine right down parallel with the shaft,
Right.
and
Yeah.
run it off. But I mean, literally, if you want to try the perspective mode or whatever, which a lot of people hasn't even attempted to do because
Right.
of all the
Turning.
stuffs and you have to go
Tools.
through. And on this, you just click, straight out, click, turn it over, it's done.
Yeah.
And it's really a pretty neat little.
I actually have a video that's going to come out about that.
Okay.
And so, but it tells you David Bayless up over at Fish Obsessed been really nice and has worked with me. I have that mount, and it's also a quick detachable. So
Okay,
it has
yeah.
a pin that pulls out. You know how your tarp's too tight right now? Well, you can get a detachable, removable mount, and it slides in there with your transducer. And then when you put your tarp on, you pull that pin,
Just
pull
lay
it
it off
out, and
and
lay it
pull
off
it.
to the
Okay.
side. And then your tarp, because my tarp, it fits very tight. I was going to say it fits tight like something else, but fits tight like a glove. Let's put it that way.
You have to tarp yours because of the birds, right?
Birds, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the seed,
birds,
seed
everybody.
eaters,
See,
and
everything
the other birds
smells.
that just like to look in there.
Everything that smells.
Yeah.
It smells like
Cats.
fish.
Yeah, cats get
That's
in your
exactly
But
right.
the troll motor itself is very smooth,
Right.
even foot control.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. And it's.
boat. You've used all of them.
Yeah.
I've been in the boat
I've
with some
had-
of them.
And you've
I'm like,
installed
I don't
them.
like this.
I've
So
had-
if anyone's installed them, you know if they
used them.
work good
I've
or
had
not.
the Garmin Forces. I've had on my boat. I've had Lawrence Ghost. I've had.
Yeah.
You need
Garmin.
another one of those.
And
I know where there's a used one.
In fact, they just came out on the Garmin. You know how on the Ghost, your arrow don't even. I mean, it's just on there, right? Because it's magnetized, and when you
Yeah,
turn,
well, once you
when
get dust in
turn-
there and stuff,
yeah,
it builds up, and you got to
doesn't
clean it
never
all the time.
point the direction. Well, you can for $150 now. You can buy a new top, but on it's got gears in it. So
There you go.
I just want.
Okay, or you can buy the new Ghost trolling motor, but that's a new subject.
You got
in
one for sale,
itself.
right?
Oh, I got a used Ghost one for sale with a C-stick so you can see where you're going. But my lovely wife, when she was going and we got this one, she can now throw where she needs to throw instead of like.
So now you need to go back to the other ones. That way you can catch
Go
all
to the other one. It'd be like, if you're doing it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know which way it's kind of going.
Yeah.
But when someone else is watching, it's like, no.
So the first time you used the new Ultrex, were you like, I've been missing out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was ready to get rid of the old one.
Yeah.
So because the C-stick, I knew where it was, and
Yeah.
I knew where to stand on the C-stick, and your foot's on it, so it makes a difference. So
Right.
what I'm most excited about is the remote.
Yeah.
So I actually had to write down because they couldn't just call it a remote, like an advanced
Well, that's
remote.
pretty high tech one. I haven't seen that one yet.
This is the advanced GPS navigational wireless remote.
That's the one you have, Greg?
And that came with it?
No,
Or is that
this
other?
is extra.
You
This
have
is
to buy
like
that separate.
it's like
Comes with a
300
small
300
one.
bucks. But it's worth it because once you pair it up, it's always paired.
Yeah.
You don't like every time out have to pair it up. You
So,
just
so the ones that come with the small remote, you can upgrade and get that one
Yeah.
and pair it.
It's
Yeah, you can
$150.
pick-
You're
you
not
can have-
stuck with the little one.
you
I
can
think
have
it's
both
compatible
paired.
with ours too.
Huh?
I think
Yeah.
it's compatible.
really?
with
It
ours.
is, and you can use both of them if you want. I don't know why you wouldn't use this one. So the biggest difference is the autopilot and the cruise control.
So that's
those
what I would
two,
like.
Well,
those
and
two
you
right
got,
there.
And
That-
you got your routes.
You still
can
have-
do your routes.
Oh, okay.
And you have one boat network. Then you can program these, and then the Ethernet cable runs right into it. So what I did was I got the new Humminbird Explorer because, first of all, it was a good deal for me. And second of all, I knew that like the Lowrance one paired into the Lowrance trolling motor. Well, when I got rid of that, then they weren't
Right.
pairing talking to each other. But now this unit talks to that. So at one point I go to the back of the boat and it'll show if the prop's moving on one side. It'll also have water temperature and depth and how fast you're going. And you look down there, you're like, this is like a little depth finder.
Yeah, and another
Don't
thing I
even have
like
to look.
about this versus the other one is, one, you had to look at your unit to see how fast you going.
Right.
But at the same token, here you can look and you're on number 4. You know,
And then it tells you your speed.
you know, it says you're on
Yeah.
4 and your speed's here.
Yeah.
And I like that because I know how many clicks it takes to go to the next level or down, and I can control my speed better because if I'm running 1.9 at 4.5, but I know I need to see if I just need to slow down just a little bit. It
Right.
helps. I don't even look at it. I can just bump it and then slow it. I bump it, speed it up,
And it's
until I find out what I need for my fish to bite.
cruise control.
Yeah.
So if the wind increases or anything, it keeps it at 1.7. You don't have to like
Speed up on your
speed
own.
up. Like, so the micro, like we used the micro today to run from brush pile to brush pile was pretty cool. And it's a lot lighter
smaller.
than that around your neck.
So for optimal use, you need to have a Humminbird unit too.
For
use.
optimal use,
Yeah.
but you can
Does
just
this
use
one
it.
float?
No, it does not float. We checked that out. It doesn't
it
float.
waterproof?
It is waterproof.
Okay.
So we're gonna get we're gonna get a long cable for when the grandkids are in there.
Well, it's heavy, so you know what that means. It's expensive.
Oh, I don't. I got some rocks out here.
I think it'd be a good use for cranking,
Retail
though.
price is $250.
Yeah.
on that.
$299.
Oh, is it? Went up
300.
a little bit.
Yeah, it went up a little
$250
bit.
when I bought mine.
But it does that. So that's
Yeah.
a pretty good deal. But there's times when that small remote just sticking around your neck, and if
Yeah.
you're just going from there to there, like today we didn't use it. We used the small one just to get used to both of them. But
Right.
I mean, that was for optimal.
And with
use
you
is that.
having your Humminbird, you can run it with your Humminbird across the top. You can
across the
run
top, yeah, you can,
You
and
can
you can
run
do
it.
your phone. Your phone can
Run it with your
link
phone.
into your Humminbird.
I
and
can
you
see the
sit
phone
in
going to
back.
the lake. That's why I bought that.
But if if you're trolling crankbaits and you're like, I found a little bowl that they're in, so at 200 yards, I want the boat to start turning itself. You can program it to turn and go back
this has
over that same
also got
spot. Right.
also has a drift mode. In other
Yeah.
words, if you're getting a crosswind, you can go
Yeah, you
out
can.
here and you can say, I want to go over there, and it will go into that wind and drift you into that spot.
They're
Oh, yeah.
pretty
Well,
smart.
Somebody would call that cheating too, I guess.
Is that not correct? I mean, something
Yeah,
like
drift
that.
mode is something like that.
Something-
I haven't got really into
I
it.
haven't played with it.
There's
no.
J.E. Vanetta is supposed to come down, and he's going to give me the stuff that I don't know. Like he's going to teach me the things that I don't know. So some of that is that
That's the guys
interfacing.
a while back.
And so, but they know what to do. But the big thing like is with mapping, and so with the mapping is like they have number one mapping. The color palette has 5 different colors in that, and like right now we're staying in the green.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is stay in the green. I could tell my grandson to run that. Just stay in the green.
Right.
Just go left, right. Just stay in the green because as long as you're in that, and that's in that, that right before the channel and
Right.
off of the flat. So you're just like in the perfect thing. And you go back and look at our things, and it was all in the green now. And then like 3 weeks ago, it was all in the blue. Don't go out of the blue. Don't go out of the blue. You will not catch
Right.
very many fish. You might catch some, but if you stayed in that when it was 104, 103, whatever it was, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was really good for that.
So, have you looked at, would you have an hummingbird connected to it, how good a quality screen are you getting out of the built-in transducer?
On the hummingbird?
Yeah, on your Ultra, you got, didn't you
My
get
Ultrax. Yeah, I got it built in. I
Yeah.
did not get down or side.
Okay, I sat down.
So I just got down, and I'm Lawrence for a long time. So, it's really, you're looking at something that's like, it's different, and you kind of see it. Now I'm starting to pick up just that stuff. And I run like
I just wondered how good a quality picture you got with
the picture's good. The whole thing just comes down to that. Comes down to that mapping just being crazy good. Just phenomenal that it came with it. I think it was the VH mapping that came with it. So it was a change. So I had to change over 910 waypoints. So the guy came and bought one. I still have one
If you
Lawrence
put it in
unit. But,
GPX mode, I mean, it should transfer.
but see, the guy came and bought it. I still had my waypoints in there because I was going to make sure he's going to buy it before I took my waypoints off and then have to turn around and put my waypoints back in. And so he's buying it. And he said, the waypoints, so you leave them in there. I said, well, $1 a piece, no problem. He said, oh, all right. I said, there's 910 of them. No, I don't want them that bad.
Right.
I said, you may want a couple. I got a couple by this marina.
910 is all you have?
910 is all I have because there was a storm one day, and it was raining real hard, and I was trying to take care of my trail, and when I deleted the trail, it wasn't a trail. It was
Oh no!
it was all my
Yeah, but that's 910
waypoints.
within a 4-mile stretch.
Yeah, but I had to. So Garmin stores 5,000.
You had
You
like
know.
4,000.
The new
I've had to make 2 files.
Yeah.
I've had to break it up where I've got Hickory Creek back this way on both rivers, and then from Hickory to the dam, and I'm almost maxed out again on this lower half.
You can have 10,000 on the new Explorer Hummingbird.
I
10,000, just roll right into it.
That's insane.
I had a bunch.
But that's
and
not
so-
all just Beaver. I mean, I've got, on some of the other one, the other file, I've got some of those are like Table Rock and some of the other lakes I have fished over.
Those are just the good ones.
Yeah.
Because some of them, the brush piles are. And what's cool about theirs is on the screen, instead of like trying to show all of them, because you got some that are somewhat close, they show them like in clusters. When you're farther away, it says cluster 23, cluster 10, cluster 5. And so it doesn't take up,
Now,
like you
you-
can't
can
see
you
down
select-
to your screen.
Yeah.
Can you
That's all I-
select that on your remote?
Yes, you can. You can
So that's
select it and
another
go to
remote
your
option.
and go to that waypoint.
Okay.
And so you get to that waypoint.
So that'd
it
be
anchor
another
lock.
one of your advantages to
Yeah.
having
Having a Hummingbird green screened with it.
Yeah.
That'd be
But I mean, we'll see more as it happens. But it's it's when you cross over and do bass and crappie both, you see a lot of like things that you want a certain depth and things.
Yeah.
So it just kind of sticks out. You don't have to do any work to it. 5 color palettes, 5, and 2 of them you can change the feed and the range on 2 of them, which are the old
Well, I know
looking kind.
with the Ultex Quest that I have, my boat's 20 foot 5 inches, 96 inches wide from front to the back.
Right.
I can turn it on to 10,
Right.
and I can get to. I've seen 5 point.
Woo!
I've seen 5.1.
5?
Yeah, Wells we went fish
Dang.
a couple of weeks ago. He had that thing cranked up. I'm like, dang, I about pull skier behind how fast you're going.
It had me right on 5 miles.
I was like, golly.
now with 3
Wow.
people in the boat, the most I'd seen like 4.2
All right.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
I never had maxed mine out. I mean, as long as it gets 0.3.
You mean
I'm
0.3? You
happy.
maxed out at
Well, we
0.4, 0.5.
Lance and I, we went from, we was down by Woolsey,
Uh-huh.
and we went from over there by the Camp Wiggle Bank. I just turned it on high, and I mean, we was up there even with the what I call Doberman dock in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, we were moving on. Well, today, my motor quit me.
Oh yeah.
Payton and I was trolling, and we was up here in the river, and in White River, and we was basically a friendship area, and I told him, I said, my motor didn't quit, my steering went out on my boat, and I couldn't steer it, and so I shut it down, and it was starting to rain, and the bite was just, it's like the bite went stupid crazy when it started raining. And I told him, I said, I'm just going to keep trolling. I said, and when you get ready and head this away, well, then do that. Well, I trolled all the way to right here, almost to your dock here. We trolled. And then from here to point 12, I knew it was going to be dead water.
Right.
So I just turned it on high, and man, I set it on heading. I set it on heading lock, and my customer, which was Richie's cousin Rachel and her husband, and we was going down through there, and she says, "How fast are you going?" And I told her, and she said, "How far is it to the deal?" And she said, "We're gonna be." She said, "You realize we're gonna take us about 2 hours to get back to the ramp?" And I said, "Well, I guess so." I said, "I guess all we got is time, right?" And so when I got up here to point 12, I shut her down and went fishing, and Payton picked us up down there between Archie's and we was halfway between Archie's and the mouth of Big Hickory. He pulled us maybe, what, mile and a half, 2 mile. We made it all that far, and it only took us over an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, it was moving on. That boat.
That takes us to the one question that someone asked me, because I told them we were going to talk about Minn Kota trolling motors. They want to know if you can fish brush piles or standing timber and just put it on spotlight. Yes or no? Do you do it or not?
You can, but my theory of that, if you're crappie fishing and if your brush pile is going to be 20 feet or less, it's just a few minutes until you won't have no fish on your brush pile, because you will spook them off eventually.
Same.
Because of
I like my spot lock for bank fishing.
Huh?
When I'm fishing like this spring, when I was finding them, the crappie beds, I just hit spot lock and I can walk away the back. It didn't matter if the wind blew my butt end around of the boat. We just go to the back of the boat and start throwing.
Yeah, but
so I love the spot lock for that, but not for chasing roamers, not for brush piles.
Spot lock where you was right there at your fish, eventually you're gonna get crappie.
Yeah, you will.
On your fish.
Yeah. All right.
But the spot lock works real well.
All right.
Oh, I love it.
All right, that takes us to Tackle Time. Tackle Time is sponsored by PICO Lures and B&M Poles. And of course, PICO Lures has a complete line of hard and soft baits, so you can check them out. Anything you're going to catch on Beaver Lake, or probably almost any lake you go to, from walleyes to stripers to white bass, largemouth, bluegill, brim, I don't know, anything you're catching, you can do it on them. B&M poles, of course, they have a complete line of poles for everything from crappie fishing to saltwater fishing, cat fishing, you name it, trout, bluegills. They have a rod for them, so check them out at bnmpoles.com. All these guys use B&M poles, so if you ever have a question about B&M poles, you can talk to any of us, and we probably have one of those poles.
Yeah.
So we can do that. If they want to find out more about going fishing with you, Greg, where would they go?
479-601-1683 or Facebook with Greg's Guide Service or just Greg Robinson. Whichever way you can reach out.
All right, Payton?
I'm on Facebook too, and then I have my phone number is 479-387-6153. I always love to talk fishing.
All right, I thought your guide service is named
It's
over the limit
on Facebook now.
Over limit.
So.
That's another story for another day.
That's a whole.
It's a good story, though.
That's a whole show
And
in
also,
itself.
if they need installs, they can call that same information.
All right.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Lance?
You can reach me on Facebook, or you can just call me 479-236-4105.
And you can call me at Brad Wiegmann's Guide Service 479-756-5279. Appreciate it. Like we always like to end the show, make sure you keep your hook sharp, your lures in the water.